Hi, I'm Harriet Tinka, and these are the top stories that we're following this week. U.S. hotly contested election finally crawls to an end. Organization taking care of our underprivileged members adapt to a climate of COVID-19. And here's the news in detail with Rayyah Sempala.
Welcome to Diversity TV for this week's Community Newscast. Today we're in front of the Funicular here at the Edmonton River Valley, where you can see an elevator going up and down. Today I'm your host, Rayyah Sempala, with my co-host, Harriet Tinka. The world has come to a standstill with U.S. elections being held. Biden is projected to win with Donald Trump crying out foul. What does this mean for the multicultural communities in Edmonton and Canada, and for Alberta as a whole? We know that U.S. elections affect the world in terms of trade and economics. We spoke with political consultant Najib Jutt.
We're becoming aware of how the systems work and how we can use those systems to our advantage. We're trying to understand the impact of our numbers. So I don't think we should get too caught up in, that the Black community voted from 12% in 2016 to 18% in 2022. I don't think that's what's important. I think what's important is to realize that we are increasing in numbers. I think that, for example, women in the Latin community now represented over 1 million votes versus 2016. Like, those things are the powerful messages that we need to understand, and we need to also replicate in the US, is the fact that we can mobilize. Our numbers are so great that we can affect the outcomes of elections and understand what that means and how we use that to the benefit and advantage to our communities.
In a period where layoffs are commonplace as a result of the economic crisis caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, Solomon College's Employment Training Programs is hosting a webinar on Wednesday, November 18th, 2020 from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. hosted by the Catholic Social Services, LARCC. For more information about this webinar, please email larcc@cssalberta.ca or go to www.larcc.cssalberta.ca. Sharon and Henry, currently taking the Quest program, share their thoughts with Diversity TV.
Been here for 2 months. We have still 6 more weeks to go to finish the program. We learned the basic of warehousing, the packing, packaging, receiving, the essential things that a warehouse personnel should possess, I think. We'll be doing the resumes and cover letters, and then they will practice us for interviews, and then they will assist us on getting into work.
With limited movement and social distancing, industries are getting creative in how to provide their services and still keep us safe. Our Calgary realtor, Conrad Agla, shares how you can buy or sell a house and still stay safe these days.
Majority of the stuff that we do involves digital, electronic, and also virtual. So we have virtual listings. Most of the properties that we list, we have 3D video tours, we have virtual tours, Matterport. So you can just look at the property from wherever you are on your electronic device or digital devices, and then book an appointment. In some cases, you don't need to go into the property, go look at it personally. Yeah, you can. The virtual tour alone is enough, as long as you're able to get all the other features that come with the property, and also a good agent who kind of analyze all the features and then discuss with you all the options that are available.
And here's the diversity profile for this week. From October 3rd to November 4th, the Edmonton Multicultural Coalition partnered with Art Gallery of Alberta to provide 5 multicultural artists with an opportunity of a lifetime by showcasing their works. One of the artists, Irene Apon, shares her story.
I have my Edmonton paintings here to show from Before, in 2005 to now, 2019, things have changed. The painting I'm standing in front of is white pelicans, and this was a challenge for me because I tried to paint without using the color white and still give the impression of it being white.
Update from the Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Dina Henshaw, on the swelling cases of COVID-19 in Alberta, who says Alberta is seeing a large portion of transmissions from household. One family member develops symptoms and infects immediate and extended family. Protect those around you. If you're sick with even mild symptoms, isolate in a separate room. Use a different bathroom and bedroom if possible. Wear a mask and disinfect surfaces after using them. Don't share meals or spend time in close contact with family, like watching a movie. Don't leave the house even if your symptoms are mild and even if it's an important family gathering. This is how one case can lead to 10 to 20. For more information, please go to the COVID-19 updates at www.alberta.ca/COVID-19.
As COVID-19 cases swell in Alberta, it creates a lot more problems for our underprivileged communities. Calgary Newcomer Centre has seen a great rise in people in need of services as well as a need to adapt to the changing landscape. The Newcomer President and CEO, Anila Lee Yuen, shared how her organization is facing so far with Diversity TV.
During COVID, we've really found that we really needed to be very quick and mobilize a lot of our staff team to work with the community to address community needs very, very quickly. What we found is from last year, comparing numbers to this year, we've actually had a 5,000 client increase in 3 months. So last year in 2019, from April to June, we had 10,000 clients that we worked with. And this year in 2020, from April to June, we were working with 15,000. So we did have 5,000 increase. Interestingly enough, though, of course, most of that was online. So we had many challenges in terms of ensuring that everybody in Calgary that needed our services had access to the internet and had access to devices. That was a really big need. And one of the things that was really important for us that we found that we needed to do was really start working in the basic needs space.
And now for our final story, which will be shared in Spanish. Mariana Tinka Galeos shares with Diversity TV caution on the growing number of cases in Alberta.
Hola, mi nombre es Mariana y hoy les voy a compartir el mensaje que transmitió esta semana la doctora Dina Henshaw. Esta semana, la doctora Dina Henshaw, jefa médica de salud pública de la provincia, ha publicado una actualización sobre los casos nuevos de COVID-19 en Alberta, quien dice que los casos han crecido rápidamente en los hogares. Tras un miembro de familia desarrolla síntomas, puede infectar a la familia inmediata y extendida. Así que nos piden que nos protejamos a todos y todos los que nos rodean. Si está enfermo con síntomas incluso leves, se recomienda aislarse en una habitación separada, usando un baño y dormitorio diferente si es posible. Use una máscara y desinfecte las superficies después de usarlos. No comparta alimentos y no pase tiempo con el resto de la familia para evitar contagio. Esto incluye ver películas juntos. No salga de su casa aun si los síntomas son leves, incluso si se trata de una reunión familiar. Así es como un caso puede llevar a 10, 20 o más casos. Para obtener más información, visite la página oficial alberta.ca/COVID-19. Gracias.
So we're here inside the Funicular, and I'm with my co-host Harriet Tinka. Harriet, what do you think about the U.S. elections?
Oh, definitely. It takes a long time for the U.S. to go to finish the US election, but I've been excited watching it. It's been really dramatic, and I'm excited that finally it's come to an end.
Yeah, and it's been really close. Though the lucky thing, a lot of women were elected as senators.
Yes, it's really great to see women in politics, and really in Edmonton, it would be great to see more women get into politics.
So everyone, stay tuned, and we'll see what happens in the U.S. elections. Thank you for watching this Diversity TV. This has been your host, Rayyah Sempala, and
I'm Harriet Tinka, and please make sure that you subscribe. We are also on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter.
and also YouTube, and we do have a website.
See you next week.